So, they ask how I get that. And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video.
And I am coming here today to tell you guys a little bit about my story and to ask anyone out there, out of the kindness of your heart, if there's anything you can do to help me, I will be forever grateful. So, I have been going through a nasty custody battle for my 3 children um, for about 5 years now, going on 6 years. And my ex-husband, their father, has been trying and alienating me, actively alienating me out of their life. And it has been so messy, so crazy. You guys wouldn't even believe, okay? So many people tell me my life should be a Lifetime movie at this point. But
Good morning. Good morning. Y'all come on in. Have a seat. Welcome back to the break room. We're going to pick up where we left off. This actually didn't need no introduction. That's why I didn't want to give it one. Come on in, sit down, relax, and let's get into it.
I recently got called back into court because he's trying to send me to jail for not paying him child support. He knows that I cannot afford the child support. Okay, let me back up. Let me give you the short story, okay? We got a divorce. I was a dummy. I didn't run and put him on child support. So he ended up getting with, which now is his wife, but she was a side chick at the time. He was cheating on me with her. We were married. And anyway, they were planning the great plan to take my children away from me. And since I was a naive single mother of 3 children at the time, I did not run to put them on child support or establish custody at the time. I didn't know how serious that was. And he did it before I could do it. And he lied on me in court. He admitted to the judge he bought me drugs in order to say I was on drugs. I was never on drugs. He said the worst of the worst. And I didn't have a lawyer to represent me. Ladies, understand this. If you marry a man in the US, okay, he has equal rights to your children, okay? So if you go through a divorce, I know most women know this, but my dumb self was too slow to understand this at the time. But have a divorce attorney handy, okay, ready, because something like this could happen. the judge gave him my kids. And since that time, it has been a battle to just be in their life and be a mother to them. Recently, as of this year, I was so desperate to be more in my kid's life to get, we share custody right now. We have shared guardianship, but he has primary, which means they live with him and his now wife, which was the side chick. And it's just a horrible situation. But ladies, just of this year, I ended back sleeping with him because I was so desperate to be in my kid's life more. And I thought that if I got on his good side or whatever, he would allow me to. Anyway, the wife ended up finding out, honey, it's a huge mess. And mind you, he was giving me money while I was sleeping with him. We had like a 5-month affair. I didn't know he was married. He kept that from me. He said he wasn't married. I knew he was with the woman, but baby, I don't care. I didn't care because I had one goal in mind, to get my kids back, okay? And his goal was obviously what it was, but I didn't care about her because, mind you, she didn't care about me. Okay, and I'm definitely a girl's girl, but and I don't do that to women. But in this situation, I didn't care because, once again, she was sleeping with him when he was my husband. So anyway, enough of that. My whole point is, him and I had an affair with him, a 5-month affair. During this affair, this man was giving me money, okay, because he knew that I didn't have money. I'm a single mom still. I have two more children, and you know I have help, and I have help from who I have help from, but he knows that I'm not in a place to pay him child support, and he uses this child support over my head the way he's doing now. And now he's trying to revoke it and put me in jail because I have not paid him child support. Mind you, I have been, during our 5-month affair, I was begging him just to give me 1 week on, 1 week off because I want to do more for my kids. But you have to understand, I have a man now as well, and my man supports me and my two children that live with me. So if my other children were here, then he would do the same. But I cannot ask this man to pay my child support. It doesn't work that way. But the father of my 3 kids, he could easily give me shared, living, and I would be doing just as much for my kids, but he does not want to share my children with me. He wants to actually, and the lady he's with, they want to X me out of my kids' life altogether. That's what they've been trying to do for the past 5 years. And dealing with him for the last 5 months, or, not the last 5 months, but the affair lasted from January to May. Okay. Dealing with him during that time, and it was of 2025, dealing with him during that time, I thought, if anything, we were building a friendship, and he was finally changing and coming around, and he's gonna allow me to get my kids, because you guys, there was no reason for me to even lose my kids. I was not on drugs, I was not abusive, I was not neglectful. He said all of these things in court, by the way, but they were not true. They were not true. There was no findings of any of that being true. um so I'm asking anybody out there that can donate to my GoFundMe. I need to get a lawyer. My court date is set for September 30th. I need to get a lawyer within the next couple of weeks because I have to get a lawyer. And I know my oldest daughter wants to live with me. She's going to be 12 soon. And I want her to be able to go in front of the judge and say where she wants to live, because my babies want to be with their mom. They want to. There's no question about it. They love me. Our bond is so strong. And I feel like children should be able to be where they want to be. They shouldn't be forced to be where they don't want to be. My daughter is going to be 12. My other beautiful daughter is 7. And my son, my baby, he's 10. So they're almost getting to that age. And this is almost over, this nightmare of dealing with this person. And by the way, let me say this. I've beat myself up so much for messing with that man, and I'm disgusted. And I can't believe I even did that with a man who has done so much evil to me. But regardless, that's in the past and it will never happen again. I know why I did it. I did it so I can get more time with my kids. But anybody out there who can donate to my GoFundMe, I will have it linked in the bio or down below in the comments. Please, I need to retain a lawyer. I need to have a lawyer help me fight for my babies. And I don't even want to take them away from him. I just want equal living. I want my kids equally. I want to be able to make decisions. I want to be involved. I am not allowed to be involved. I'm not allowed to call my kids whenever I want. I'm allowed 3 phone calls a week, and this is how it's been for 5 years. 3 phone calls a week for half an hour. That's if he lets me speak to them. I'm allowed to see them twice a month. That's if he shows up. Like I said, he's been alienating me out of their life. And now that he messed up and cheated on his wife, now I'm even more exiled out of their life. It is so disgusting, so horrible. And if anybody can help, please find it in your heart to help, because I need to fight this fight and I need to give it a good fight. I need to give it everything I got. So thank you so much for listening to my story. If you guys have any more questions, you can DM me, you can put it in the comments, and I will gladly answer. I love you guys so much, and thank you.
Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. As I was saying, good morning. Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't know y'all couldn't hear me. Good morning. Welcome to the break room. If you are or are not aware, we just watched a video of a lady. Her channel is Love Live, I think it is. When we first came acquainted with this lady, her channel name was Living with the Webs. She is a mom of 5 children. 3 of them, the 3 oldest, are by a guy named Gerard that she was dating for about 7 or 8 years, and they end up marrying close to the end of their relationship. And they end up getting a divorce about 2 years after the marriage or so. I don't remember the approximate time. And in the process, Gerard was able to get custody of the children, and Olivia, in the process, had 2 other children by 2 different men. Okay, so here's my question to you guys. If you guys were not aware of this lady, right, of Liv's life, if you never had seen her before and you saw this video and you're recommended, you see the lady on the thumbnail, you see the caption that says, "Please help," and you click on the video because you're curious about what this person needs help with. Listening to the video, and that's why I started the video off just allowing you guys to listen. Listening to this video, would anything in this video make you feel compelled to donate to her GoFundMe so she can get an attorney to fight Gerard for custody that he's had for about 4 years now? Anybody? Absolutely not. Even with the soft, subtle music in the background, none of you guys would feel compelled. Now, I'm starting to feel like you guys are maybe a little biased because y'all already are aware of this lady. Some of you guys may have just recently became aware of her because she went viral about a month ago with her "I'm homeless in Florida, pregnant, and I have 2 babies living in my car." Well, let me say this to you guys. Olivia has been going through this custody battle with Gerard since about 2021. And in the process, Gerard had attorneys in 2 different states. Because Olivia was living in Florida, he was living in Texas. He's always remained in Texas. So he had an attorney in Florida and in Texas. And one time he was paying, wait a minute, let me scratch that. I think he was paying child support. I know for sure he said he was paying child support in Florida and Texas. Maybe he didn't have an attorney in Florida, but he always had the attorney in Texas. So maybe it was like that, okay? However, this man has always had an attorney. And even after the courts awarded him full guardianship, when Olivia says they share custody, no. Gerard has guardianship and she has visitations. That, to me, that's not shared custody. Because if it was shared custody, then you wouldn't have a child support order. It's the fact that it's been all these years and she still doesn't know how this works. How do you have shared custody and you have a child support order? If it was shared custody, you wouldn't have a child support order. So you guys do not share custody. He has primary custody and you can visit with the children. Now, Olivia said in this video that she can only talk to her kids 3 days a week through an app. And the reason why they have to talk through an app is because of her and because of her lies and the games that she plays with Gerard and his now wife. But Olivia told us about a week or so ago, when she went to Florida in May, she purposely didn't call her kids for 2 months. So the privilege that she's been extended through the courts to talk to them 3 days a week, she, not the courts, not Gerard, she decided to abandon that privilege to be able to communicate with her kids for whatever that reason is. And so now she has to go to court on September the 30th because Olivia has had a child support order for months or years that she has not paid. Or even if she's made a payment or so, she's still severely behind. And after all these years, being about 3 to 4 years. Once they officially gave Gerard full custody, Olivia never stopped to figure out a way to generate the money. Even if she didn't generate the money to pay the child support, you never stopped to generate the income or the money to be able to get an attorney. Exactly, Courtney. Exactly. So now, after, and so let me go back. Let me back it up. This is now her second attempt of a GoFundMe to get an attorney in the last couple of years. So once again, if you are, based off what she just said, you guys just heard, and if you desperately wanted to be with your children, the one thing you would not do, and you heard her say this, she admits to allegedly having an affair with this man at the beginning of 2025 that lasted about 5 months because she wanted so desperately to be a part of her kid's life, which she was already a part of her kid's life without sleeping with the man, because when she was living in Florida, the agreement was the kids could travel to Florida from Texas to spend time with her. And she didn't have to sleep with him, his attorney, the judge. She didn't have to sleep with anybody. But now that she lives in the same state as her children and their dad, she thought it would be a good idea to sleep with the man, allegedly, to get closer to her kids or have more access to her kids. And it actually pushed her even further away due to her own negligence. Obviously, y'all, if she made the conscious decision to sleep with that man, it's because that's what she wanted to do. It had nothing to do with the children. Because if sleeping with that man for 5 months and you couldn't even get him to drop the child support, then what the hell was you sleeping with him for? Other than the fact that you wanted to feel that man inside your body. That's it. Come on now, you ain't even got to be smart to figure that out. So now she wants the people to help her with an attorney when the people just helped her about a month ago when she claimed she was homeless in Florida. And that's how she showed the people how you helped her. She didn't establish a home in Florida. She came back to the home that she had already waiting for her in Texas. Let me show y'all something. As Olivia was talking in this video, she was talking with her hands. And if y'all seen, her nails are done. If you are in need of money, how do you take any, regardless if you got press-ons, you went to the nail shop, how do you take any, everybody know to go get a set of nails is about $100. How do you spend any of that money on nails when you got to go to court? What's today? The 4th? In 26 days. In 3 weeks. So essentially what Olivia wants the court, which she could do this herself. I think personally she wants obviously an attorney, because so she can get the attorney to petition to push the date back to give her more time. But instead of her actively trying to figure out other ways to generate money to pay for said attorney, she spends countless hours on the internet talking about the same thing every day, all day. Now, I'm going to go back to my original point. You lost custody of these kids, I'm just going to say about 3 to 4 years ago. I think it was in 2021 or 2 when she lost full custody. Like the judge actually awarded him custody. I think it was 2022. So let's just say it was 2022. It is now 2025, almost 2026. So it's been about 3.5 years that I would just think that you spend countless hours wanting to figure out a way to get your kids back living with you. 3 years. Why haven't you saved any type of money in 3 years? My thing is, if an attorney is what you need and what you want, how come you haven't repeatedly asked for it in the last 3 years? It most definitely will with love. The GoFundMe is $5,000. Now, we can't necessarily say she's scamming DeEnchanted because she does need an attorney. She should have been had one a long time ago. Well, at one point, she did have an attorney, but anytime the courts make or tell you to do something and you don't comply with it, how can the attorney help you when you're not complying with the things the court's telling you to do? So essentially, she does need an attorney. So that we're not, well, let me say this. She should have an attorney. Let me say that. She's had 3 attorneys in the past 5 years, Marika. So my whole conversation is, this is a mute conversation. It's a mute point at this point. She referenced her oldest daughter in this video, who's getting ready to turn 12, I believe, in October, and how she wants, but you got 2 more kids over there. So why would you want all 3 of them? Why would you just want the oldest one? And it's not, Courtney, here's the thing. You said the fact that she hasn't paid child support consistently shows she is unstable financially to take care of the kids. No, what that actually shows is that she's irresponsible with paying the child support. If anybody wants to believe that Olivia can't afford to pay the child support, she most definitely can. Yes, she can afford to pay it. Olivia, if she claims this channel is demonetized, Olivia could have created another channel. She has another YouTube channel that she gave to her mama. In 3 years, Olivia could have created a whole nother platform that could have been monetized and making money. If this was, think about it. Why would you not create other platforms to make money when you know this one doesn't make money? But you need money. So you need money, but you say this channel is not monetized, but you sit on this channel every day and not make money on it, allegedly. Does that make any type of sense? Y'all see all the time YouTubers with multiple channels. Hey, Too Real. Hey, Nisha. Y'all, it doesn't even make sense. Olivia does not want the responsibility of having to pay child support. That's all that is. It's not that she can't afford it. She don't want to pay it. That's all this boils down to. She does not want to pay it. And the biggest reason is she knows Gerard don't need her money. It's not like if Gerard doesn't get child support, he can't pay rent. But that doesn't have anything to do with that, because Gerard could have said when she had custody of the kids and he was paying child support and she was making good money on YouTube, Gerard could have had the same argument and could have said, you don't need my money. You make good money on YouTube. Because at the time when Gerard was paying child support, he wasn't making the money that he's making now. But Gerard didn't say that. What did he do? He paid child support. Child support is for the kids, and we all know this, but Olivia does not want to be financially responsible in that way. She doesn't mind being financially responsible to pay lights, gas, rent. She don't care nothing about that because she knows she needs that. But she does not want to be financially responsible to the state of Texas to pay child support. And guess what? Just because you don't want that to be in existence doesn't mean that it's still not in existence. Now, Olivia mentions in this video that she has a man now that takes care of her and her 2 children. But that said man is not to help her with child support. Well, here, hold on, sis. If said man that miraculously just came in your life, let's be honest, y'all. Come on, let's ask a reasonable question. Where was this man 3-4 weeks ago when you said you needed hotel money every night? Where was he at then? But now that he has reared his head, what would be the difference of him helping you pay child support? If he's helping you with the bills, like say for instance, your rent is $2,000 and said man says, I'm gonna pay $1,500. Well, that's $1,500 that you don't gotta pay, right? So in a sense, he is helping you pay your child support because he's alleviating you paying all the bills by yourself. So the money that he helps you with is the money that you move over and pay your obligation, which is called child support. There isn't a man. The only man that Olivia has ever laid eyes on that actually helped her was Gerard. She ain't met a man since that would help her with bills. That man ain't reared his head yet. The 2 men that she has kids by are not helping like that, if at all. You on here asking people for a GoFundMe, but then you mentioned that you got a man that helps take care of you and your kids. It don't make sense. But let's be honest. Does anything Olivia say make sense? No, it doesn't. And then she gets on here like she's the poster child for mothers who's been taken advantage by their baby daddies. When sis, your story don't even make sense. Like, how can you be the activist for this said cause when you put no effort into the situation? Why would you sit and wait 3-4 years? And the only time she speaks of an attorney is when Gerard takes her back to court. That's when she talks about an attorney. When a court date pops up and gets pushed to the internet, and the internet is talking about it, now that's when she needs an attorney. But as long as Gerard is not down there shuffling paperwork at the courthouse, baby, she don't say nothing about no attorney. But why isn't the GoFundMe in her name? What is it in Jen's name? I don't know whose name is the GoFundMe in, ma'am, because I haven't even been over there. Can she activate a job? No. Of course not. She's not. No. Olivia's not going to go to work. Y'all know that. She ain't been with. And when she said she was doing Amazon Flex. Well, how come you not doing that? Girl, I'm pretty sure Amazon Flex be popping in the DFW. As big as the DFW is. How come you can't do like Jasmine did when she was trying to get the money for the rent and go door dashing? How come you can't do that? We know that she got a DoorDash account, and then Olivia told us a couple of days ago that she has an Amazon Flex account because she used Amazon Flex. You said it's popping in South Carolina. You can make $100 a day doing Amazon Flex. Exactly. So apparently y'all saying Jen's name is on the GoFundMe. Oh my God. You said Jasmine over there right now asking everybody to send her $5. I mean, you know, if y'all got it, go ahead. TMR Jasmine just made a live asking people to donate to help her to pay for her second deposit. Y'all, they have really taken, you know what? Here's the thing. These girls don't care. They have really taken the quality down of their YouTube platforms. Their YouTube platforms are trash. And at the end of the day, if they don't care, then why do we care? Their YouTube platforms are literally trash. I would be so embarrassed. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, these ladies have gold mines and they're too ignorant and dumb to realize that. I know that's right, Marika. Yeah, we reacted to Jasmine's live stream last night. If you guys didn't see it, go back and watch it. I just put it up last night. They have no work ethic. Right, because ethically, they feel like they don't need to work. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The internet is to blame. The internet is to blame. Because we have watched, we have supported, y'all, in a sense, the internet is an enabler. Because I guarantee you, if, you know, I mean, let's be honest, y'all, if nobody was watching, then they would be forced to go do something else. Now, I'm not telling y'all not to go watch them. I'm not saying that. Please don't mistake me. But in a sense, the internet has enabled this behavior from these ladies. And it's very sad and pitiful that they don't want to do more for themselves. Y'all ever notice when you see a person on the street begging, does that person look proud to beg? No, typically when you see people panhandling on the streets, most times they got their head down low, even if it's just the act. But you typically don't see people in three-piece suits or nice blazers out begging. Typically, when you see people panhandling, they look pitiful. Because to beg is pitiful. So that you don't typically see people begging in ball gowns. Lisa in Texas says, I told Jasmine, how are you going to come here asking for CAs when you were criticizing Liv for CAs? Now look at you. But the reason why she was criticizing Olivia is because she said Olivia was lying for the reasons. Jasmine basically saying, I'm not lying. I do need help with my security deposit, but I personally feel like Jasmine needs help with her rent. And I don't think she needs help. I think she feels like she don't want to, the rent that she pays, she just wants the money back so she could be a month ahead. Y'all, we have figured Jasmine out a long time ago. Jasmine's so damn simple. It's easy to figure her out. Jasmine don't have a security deposit that year. Jasmine paid rent. And so she's coming to the internet to try to get ahead on the rent for next month. That's all she's doing. It's her trying to get a month ahead. I don't believe Jasmine gave those people $7,000. I believe that she possibly could have to pay a double deposit. But I'm not giving nobody $7,000 just in a deposit when there's a big possibility I ain't going to get none of that money back. You think Jazz want money for her birthday? Jasmine knows that, Didi, I don't think that's it. Jasmine knows that she could wait till next Friday because her birthday is next Friday and come on this internet and get, she don't have to get ahead of herself. I'm telling y'all what Jasmine doing. Jasmine's trying to get her rent back, and then next week she gonna come on here and say it's my birthday. But like I told you guys before, you can't get mad at the hustler. At the hustler, you can only be mad if you allow yourself to get hustled. So I mean, I ain't mad at you. I mean, do what you got to do, sis, because I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna contribute to that because I know it's nothing I need to be contributing to. Now, have I helped people in the past? Yes, y'all. I've helped plenty of people. But even with me helping people, I've gotten burnt behind doing that. So moving forward, I have been very selective on how I aid assistance to people in my life. You have to be careful, y'all, because people will take advantage of you. Jasmine, Olivia, a lot of these people, Dr. Umar, and a host, Grip Baby, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. People will take advantage of your kindness because you have people out here that don't care about the generosity of the world. So you have to use discernment. Like someone said in the chat, you need to do research to causes that you're donating to. That's true, Steve. So it's evident that these ladies don't care about their platforms. This is how dumb they are. It took them years. It took years to hit 100,000 followers. It's the simple fact that it took y'all years to grow these social media presence. And y'all will take that effort and just throw it in the wind. Now, my channel is not big at all. I have 17,000 followers. But do y'all honestly think I would come and trash this channel off of a couple of dollars? When all I got to do is get up here and give y'all the content and make the money tenfold? Exactly. So, like I said, people will help Olivia. People will help Jasmine because they like them. And that's great. But what about Olivia, Jasmine, and all these other internet panhandlers? Why y'all don't want to help yourselves? We understand stuff comes up. We understand emergencies. And we're not saying that you shouldn't support the people that you like on social media. Like, fire, house catch on fire, earthquake, hurricane, natural disasters happen, and when your favorite content creators was affected by that. We understand that because you couldn't avoid that. But Olivia needing money for an attorney, since you've had years to save up. Why haven't you been saving up for an attorney? Or have you, and you just want to replace the money that you either have already spent or need to spend? How many of y'all get y'all money replaced when y'all have to take care of your unexpected situations? Latrice, if your brakes go out in your car, you didn't expect for your brakes to go out, right? and your brakes go out in your car, which is unexpected. You didn't plan for that, but luckily for you, you have the money. And so you go take the money and you go take your car to the auto shop and you get your brakes fixed, right? Who is going to replace that money for you? Even if you told your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your coworker, even if you made these conversations available to these people and be like, damn, you know, my brakes just went out in my car. What? Yeah, how much it cost you? Man, it cost me $600. $600? When you're telling that story to the people, who gonna tell you, well, hold on, Latrice, let me go on and give you 100 on that 600? Nobody. Because that's not what it's designed to do. That's why you work and save and do other things so you can take care of your unexpected. But y'all, we know people are not bright. And then there are people who are very bright and don't care nothing about abusing their situation. They don't care anything about that. So, you know, Olivia coming with the music in the background was like, sis, you, and it was her not even able to look at the camera. The whole 9 minutes that she talked, she probably looked in the camera 60 seconds. She couldn't even, how many videos? I have watched many sit-down videos of people having conversations with their audience and their eyes are focused on that camera the whole entire time. They're actually looking at the camera because they're talking to their audience. It was Olivia's beady eyes darting all over the screen. Exactly. Body language tells it all. You have people who studies body language. So, I don't know, y'all. That's my time. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Literally, that's the only thing I wanted to react on, that 9-minute video. That's all. Because when I saw that, I was like, girl, stop. And it's her telling the story. Not even the way, her inserting the fact that her and Gerard slept together. Sis, if I even thought to help you, as soon as you would, my wallet could have been halfway out my purse. As soon as I would have heard you say, and you slept with him a couple months ago, girl, as quick as my wallet was coming out, it would have slid right on back down in my purse. Because I would have been like, wait, hold on, you did what? You just slept with the man? Girl, what's wrong with your ussy? Baby, that part, she didn't even need to put in the video. Okay, it's a mess, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Y'all stay safe. And Tim, I'm going to see you in the next one, honey. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.